Hi guys, in some surprising news, James Cleverly has been knocked out as a candidate to be the next leader of the Conservative Party. This one was a bit of a shock to me and to others who believed that Tom Tugendhat supporters would rally behind a fellow moderate. But instead it seems some have miscalculated or honestly preferred a more extreme individual. So now it comes down to Robert Jenrick, the guy who paints over murals, or Kemi Badenoch, who believes maternity pay is too excessive. So what does this mean for Labour? Is it a gift they'll have to declare? Well, here Andrew Griffith thinks Kemi is the candidate Starmer fears the most.
Look, I'm pleased, not least of which that Kemi has throughout been the members' choice, and it's important that now members will have the final decision. Kemi is the candidate, in my view, that Labour fear the most. We already saw shades of that today at Prime Minister's question time, and it's really important as we look at the difficult road back for us, the lessons that we have to learn after the last election and the need to reformulate some of our policies, that Kemi is the candidate, in my view, that can take us on that journey the best.
Can you help me out here? Because I've been looking at these numbers and I've got no idea what on earth is going on. James Cleverly, well in the lead yesterday, losing votes, and now we've got Robert Jenrick and Kemi Badenoch. Like, what's gone on? I don't understand. Can you help me?
Look, I think at the end of the day, amongst a small electorate that's very familiar with these candidates, in the vote that mattered, if you like, the final vote, the job of the parliamentary party was to deliver two credible candidates to the party membership so that they can make the final choice. I think they probably looked at all of the candidates, in particular looked at Kemi, whose, I think, voters increased the most over the last 24 hours and felt that it's right to put Kemi to the members and that she's the one that's going to give us the best platform of taking the fight to secure Starmer. Well,
they all changed that must have been a very strange dream they had. What's going on?
Well, the job of work today was to turn up in Committee Room 14 and to cast their vote in this ballot, the first time that those three particular names have been put in front of the members, and to make that decision that now goes over to the party membership. So it's a good result for Kemi. She's always been the clear choice of members, and in my view, she will put us most cogently back on the path to power over the remainder of this Parliament.
Okay, so it sounds like there's been a bit of a miscalculation by some of the MPs that were backing Tom Tugendhat and originally thought, okay, let's back James Cleverly to keep out one of the extreme elements, but it seems that that didn't work out very well. Now, is this a problem for Labour? So it can go two ways. If the Conservatives double down on the culture war, if they engage more with Reform UK, if they try to bring Nigel Farage in from the cold, there's a possibility that this could be a problem for Labour, because Nigel Farage has said that he wants to go after Labour votes. He's done with the Tories. He wants to expand the reach of Reform UK. And if the Conservatives embrace somebody like Kemi Badenoch or Robert Jenrick, and these are people who keep banging on about immigration and keep banging on about leaving the European Convention on Human Rights, there's a possibility that Labour will start to listen to that. We would hope that they won't, but there's a chance that they will. You know, once again, the tail wagging the dog situation. Now, the alternative is that James Cleverly and the moderates are waiting for one of the extreme elements in the Conservative Party, be it Badenoch or Robert Jenrick, to crash and burn. Because neither of these are charismatic. Neither of them are good on their feet. Neither of them are actually competent. And they're not going to be able to hold the government to account. Of course, even with James Cleverly, they all have a lot of baggage with them. That's not going to help them in any way. So it could be the case that the moderates are sitting this one out, realizing, look, just let the far right have their moment. You know, we had Rishi Sunak, a moderate, in charge. He crashed and burned. Allow the extreme to have their day, and then we'll come back in after. This could be the thinking behind this. But it's likely that whoever is going to win this leadership contest is going to be an extremist, and they're going to try and push extreme policies. But I don't see them getting much traction unless they team up with Nigel Farage and Reform in some way, and these policies, this culture war is pushed in the mainstream media. That's the only way they're actually going to get real traction. But I don't think this is something that the ordinary person on the street cares about. They care about the cost of living crisis, they care about rebuilding public services, they care about the NHS. I think the Tories are going down the wrong road here. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.